Hello, my name is Daneri Vasquez, and today I'm going to be presenting my 3D model, which is titled Healthy Ovary versus Ovarian Cancer. Before I do start with my presentation, I do want to share a little as to why I chose this topic. And I always found the female reproductive system to be very interesting. Therefore, when I saw the opportunity to create a model, I knew it was going to be with one of the organs that were in the female reproductive system, and therefore I chose to focus on ovarian cancer. And I felt like it was a great disease um, to be able to model, because it's a great way to compare a healthy ovary, like I did in my model, to a cancerous one, and just show how this disease changes the structure and the function of an ovary. And I hope you enjoy my presentation. Thank you for watching. Now I can start with my presentation, and this is the model that I created, titled Healthy Ovary versus Ovarian Cancer. I have different parts labeled that I will be going through and explaining a little bit of what each does. And I chose this disease because ovarian cancer is a disease that affects the female reproductive system and can be very difficult to detect in early stages. So now to begin the presentation, I'm going to start with the healthy side of my model. And this is the healthy ovary. As you can see, a healthy ovary has a smooth surface. It contains follicles where the eggs develop. It produces eggs. Every month, one of these eggs is released during ovulation. And the ovary also produces hormones such as estrogen and progesterone. This is what helps regulate the menstrual cycle and supports reproduction. After this, we can move on to the fimbriae. The fimbriae are finger-like structures that are the end of the fallopian tube, as you can see here. Their job are to catch the egg after it's released from the ovary and just guide it into the fallopian tube. So next, we can move on onto the fallopian tube, and this carries the egg towards the uterus. This is where fertilization usually happens if the sperm meets the egg. Now we can move on to the uterus. The uterus is a muscular organ where a fertilized egg implants and grows during pregnancy. Below the uterus, we have the vagina, the vagina is a muscular canal that connects the uterus to the outside of the body. Now we can look at the other side of the model and move on to the, as you can see labeled here, is the cancerous ovary. And we can see that this is what ovarian cancer looks like. It has an irregular shape. Unlike the healthy ovary that you can see on this side, this one has an irregular shape. And you can see the large tumors on it. And ovarian cancer typically develops when abnormal cells grow out of control and form a tumor. As it grows, it can damage the ovary and spread to nearby organs if it's not treated. Some of the common symptoms that you can see with this disease include bloating. There could be some pelvic pain, feeling full quickly, and constantly using the bathroom, so frequent urination. These are symptoms that can easily be ignored, and is why ovarian cancer can often be diagnosed at a later time. It's usually diagnosed at a later stage because they can be ignored. Some of the treatment that you can see may include surgery, chemotherapy, targeted therapy, or it can be a combination of both of these treatments. But early detection is always very, very important because it can improve the chances of having a successful treatment. Ovarian cancer also affects homeostasis, which is the body's ability to maintain a normal balance. And when the ovary is damaged, it may not produce hormones normally. Ovulation may stop, fertility can be affected, and if the cancer spreads, it can also interfere with the normal function of the other organs. In conclusion, this model compares a healthy ovary with one that's affected by ovarian cancer. And this shows how the disease changes the structure, not just the structure, but also the functions of the other ovary. And this is why early detection is very, very important with this disease.